What is a truth you don't like accepting about yourself? I'm paralyzed with indecision and feel like I keep making panic moves. I'm not funny. Can you make yourself laugh though? Yes, but I laugh too hard and only at my own jokes. Well, as an individual who writes and performs comedy screenplays, sketches, etc., I can tell you that you are funny. Comedy is incredibly subjective. But what I've learned over the years working for TV and film is that you should write and stay with what you know. If you can laugh about it yourself, there will be people out there who will laugh about it too. And if you can't find them, who gives a beep? You think it's funny, right? So enjoy it. I think I'm hilarious. People find that funny. I can naturally be mean if I don't think carefully before I speak. The fact that you are aware of this makes you so much better than a lot of other people who will go around and be mean without even realizing what they're doing. Recognition is the first step to improvement. And the fact that you're willing to improve makes you a better person. Go you. This is literally my cousin. He thinks it's funny to confront people with their insecurities and making bad jokes about them. A while back, I noticed that if you respond to this by calmly stating please don't bully people, some of them will go into hysterics as if you bullied them by bringing it up. If you don't respond or defend yourself, they'll get even more hysterical and wear themselves out. I am a very overbearing person. I don't trust many people. I don't even like many people. But the few I do like, I find it very difficult to not try and involve myself in every part of their life. And get upset when they don't like that. I like to tell myself and them that it's because I care. And want the best for them. And for them to be happy. But I do understand how overbearing and annoying that can get. Hi. You sound a lot like someone I love deeply. She grew up with a judgmental narcissist mother. And as a result has a very anxious attachment style. It can present very much like you describe. It's so good that you are seeing these things in yourself. And recognizing that it's pushing friends away. Just from my experience, I would recommend studying codependency. Once you understand why you are doing things, you can begin to make different choices that may result in more fulfilling relationships. Thank you so much for your very helpful advice. The second I read the word codependency, my heart sank because I know that's me. But I will take time to research it better and better myself. Thank you for taking the time to respond. I truly appreciate it. I give up very easily. I used to be a great student in school, not just with studies but everything else as well, because I'm a fast learner. But that didn't teach me the value of hard work because everything came easy. And now, in everything I do, if I fail, I just give up. The only thing you have to ask yourself in these situations is, what is at stake? Is it worth trying again? Was it not worth it to start it in the first place? Sometimes losing big time is the lesson you need to value the little things in life. If you haven't experienced such things, my advice to you is to start reading a bit more into philosophy. Stoicism is a great place to start. Good luck, my friend. Disabilities. Too high functioning for any government assistance/aids and too disabled for big corporates. I'm a full-time senior software engineer. The fact that I can do this is the only reason why I'm not homeless or on government assistance. One day, I won't be able to keep doing it. And if my concussion problems don't get better, that might even be this year. Anyhow, try small companies where they can be flexible. It can help. A_lot_. I doubt my solid opinions and beliefs when other people challenge them. Especially here on Reddit. When you get downvotes on something you truly believe, It's hard to know if you're wrong or they're wrong. This isn't a weakness, it is a wonderful strength. Just imagine how different the world would be if instead of clinging to firmly held beliefs, people actually listened to reason and changed their views when provided with properly supported evidence. Yes. Life is a lot easier if you just know what you know and never have to doubt. And how do you know whether you are wrong or they are wrong? Examine the source of your beliefs and their beliefs. Logic and quality of evidence should carry the day. Not appeals to authority, or common sense, or how many people believe it. Figuring it all out is a struggle worth having. I actively try to question my beliefs. I am a naturally quiet person even though I don't want to be, and people always say I'm quiet but I can't change. My fear of being judged in a situation suppresses my genuine thoughts about things. And it can make me awkward, unfunny, or seem like I'm trying way too hard. It's like all social interactions have some sort of performative aspect to them. And that thought is constantly broadcasted on some primal level of my consciousness. It causes me to cringe at myself before I even do anything. This typically occurs when I'm around anyone I'm uncomfortable with. And if I do forget about it, and something suddenly happens to draw my attention back to the meta of a given social situation, the feeling tends to double down. I'm not even antisocial, which makes it worse because I genuinely like interacting with people. But it sabotages a large amount of interactions for me and makes it hard to make friends. Let me give you advice in the form of a quote by David Foster Wallace. You'll worry less about what people think about you when you realize how seldom they do. People are always stuck inside their own heads. Once you realize how little people are judging you because they only think about how others judge you, similar to how you feel now, your eyes will open to a comfortable social world. That no matter how much I know I need to change, I'll never decide to make the discussion. I'm below average intelligence. Everyone likes to think they're so smart because they can see inside their brains and see, with no interference, all their great and original ideas and thoughts. And I still think smart things sometimes. But in general, the majority of people I meet are substantially smarter than me. Not in terms of volume of knowledge or learned skills, just in that they are better at thinking through things logically, better at problem solving, and more reasonable. It's humbling. To be able to acknowledge your position like this is really one of the smartest things a person could say. Only a true intelligent individual can acknowledge other people's superiority. There are a few things to take into account here. 1. You can't change your biological makeup, so there is no use in worrying about it. 2. As I read your comment, it seems that you're talking about a very specific field of intelligence, i.e., logicality and problem solving, which means you have your own fields to be intelligent in. There is a reason for the fact that we have specific field professionals. We can't be an expert on everything. If you find your passion, then you find your true intelligence. I'm growing older. I still feel young, but I'm in my 30s. That means 40s aren't too far away. And I know that this decade flew by fast. I'm certain that the 40s will too. Which mean 50s are also not too far away. Then 60s, etc. There's nothing I can do about it. But I do miss my 20s sometimes, and I know I can't ever be that again. That is rough to have to accept. There's one thing that stuck with me from r/AskOldPeople, and that was that no matter how old you get, you always feel young. What I've found, and apparently this is quite common, is that as I get older, I care less about what people think. And priorities change too, core things matter more and everything else is insignificant. Filling your life with different activities, random local free things are great, slows down the time because there's more to remember. And hopefully Dr. Philly will come by with a better response. It's not my fault that I had a terrible life. But it's the only one I will ever have, and I often struggle to come to terms with the fact that I'll never get to say I had a healthy childhood, teenage years and early adulthood. I ended up being very damn beeped up, and I envy the people who had it good or at least decent. I'm fine now. But I lost it on things you go through just as a kid. And it's hard on me. Edit. I know people see this as an annoying Reddit trend. But thank you so much. I've been on Reddit for almost 2 years and it's my first award. Feels like a hug, as I just wanted to share my experience. Nothing more behind it. Hello friend. I feel you. I feel your pain. I grew up being bullied/beat. I also got beat at home. When I got to college I was bullied again. It's difficult to even talk about because some people will just think, oh well, you're the problem if it keeps happening, while completely forgetting speepty people exist. Lots of them. I try to tell myself I am or will be a better person because of it. I know it's difficult. I know people can be cruel. Just know what's important now is that you're a good person and have the ability to feel and give the empathy and compassion you never received. For anyone who is hurting out there, feel free to PM me. God bless. Great of you to chip in, my friend. It sounds like you are at peace with the reality of your situation. That is incredibly brave. Keep it up.